folks.
Welcome in, Slick. It is a beautiful Monday here. Darien, New York, Chestnut Hill Country Club. We are at the Sports City Golf Classic here on Trainwreck today. What a beautiful start to our week. What a beautiful start to our Monday.
Yeah, it's balmy out, Maniac. Still midway through September. Got this beautiful weather. What a better day for the Sports City Annual Golf Classic. First ever here at the Chestnut Hill Country Club out here.
Hopefully the first of many more. Shout out to our team, Herd of Buffalo. Trainwreck Sports working here. Make sure you're following Trainwreck Sports, Herd of Buffalo for all the action as we never stop here on the network. You see behind us the iconic ninth hole. You'll be able to see golfers coming in for their lunch break and enjoying much more here at the Classic. But Slick, a bit of a classic weekend as far as the gridiron was concerned. There was no Buffalo Bills football to be digested this weekend, but the rest of the NFL held serve with the excitement and the fireworks.
Nothing to worry about Saturday. Cool for a slick Saturday, able to relax, watch some college football, and then go into Sunday without the stress of the Bills. Already with a victory under their belts, first team 2-3-0. So, yeah, it was a nice Sunday to just kick back, relax, and scout these other teams in the NFL. But a lot of mayhem in a lot of these games, Maniac.
A lot of mayhem, the witching hour especially of the red zone. I haven't seen one in a while, obviously. We're either at the tailgate or we're at a rec room, celebrating these Bills and covering these games. But my goodness, between the Browns comeback, between even the Jaguars Texans, which was a low-scoring game, had a crazy end. And then, of course, you had the Jets Buccaneers. Jets had Aaron Glenn dancing. Jets had Aaron Glenn, fist pumping. I've never seen that from an NFL coach, but it was electric.
Yeah, it was. A lot of weird matchups and ways that these games played out this week. Obviously, I think you highlighted the one to me. A lot of people with the Packers were not happy. That was a popular
easy
spread
money line ad.
Yeah, it was as we thought. And yeah, a lot of mismatches each way, but. Just glad Bills football wasn't at play and that we didn't have to go through the same stress some of these fan bases were.
Agree, and bringing him in now, need a necessary part of our crew, Dreamboat Don. Don, what were you looking at yesterday and obviously all weekend long?
What a shot. Look at that.
Gridiron craziness.
So I was, luscious lock of the week. We've had a brutal start. I can't dip around it last week. Bad beat with, the Colts getting that leveraging penalty to make a field goal, and then a missed extra point leads in the 49ers not covering 1.5. They only win by 1. So that was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. Sunday not stressed. Saturday, and we'll get into this later, was a little stressed. Came down to the wire for my prediction with conviction pick this week. I know Slicks did as well, and we'll talk about that later, but yeah.
A lot going on there. And by the way, shout out everybody tuning in, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're hearing from some of the feedback in the chat that the stream looks pristine, so shout out to our production team here, Herd of Buffalo and Trainwreck Sports. And now we're joined by the man behind the plan, Mr. Mike Rizzo. Let's get him a guest, Mike. Shout out Don. But
shout out Don on the ones and twos.
Rizzo, very inspirational words from you out of the gate here at the Classic. These foursomes are ready to get out there on the course.
Well, really, thank you guys for being out here at the first annual Sports City Golf Classic.
Pleasure to be here.
I don't know where else we would be other than right here, right now, with Trainwreck Sports.
Seriously.
Well said.
The lunch is underway. Foursomes have already come in. They've enjoyed that. What are maybe some of the hurdles for the rest of the day that you might have to conquer? Anything that you're focused on as far as, an event planner or event runner in this case?
Just coming back from being out on the course, I think the biggest thing is the drinks are flowing a little too smoothly. So the shots are getting less straight, but more shots are going down. Let's put it that way. So we're going to have to straighten out on the back nine.
I love that. And obviously, fans can make sure they're straightening out their value when they go to Sports City on a Wednesday night for Wing Wednesday. How much pride do you take in having some of the best wings in Western New York?
Our big thing is I'm not going to sit here and brag. That's not the type of person I am. I let our customers do the bragging. I love when I hear that our customers are coming in because they were recommended by other customers. It's all about, we take pride in our product, and we want you guys to take pride in enjoying the best wings in Buffalo and knowing that go-to spot.
Enough said. And speaking of go-to spot, it's the go-to spot whenever there's a game day. There were a lot of games this past weekend. Anything you had your eyes on, or was it you and MR3 in the zone?
So MR3 was he was in a zone. I don't know if he was into the red zone, but we'll figure that one out.
He'll get there.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get there soon enough.
Yeah.
I gotta say the Packers dropping the ball against the Browns was a big.
Did that burn you?
letdown.
Did you get burned?
That I got burned on that one.
Yeah,
I
we were
got
talking
it.
about it.
That
It got
was my
everyone.
survivor pick.
It got everyone.
It got me. But other than that Minnesota defense kept me alive in fantasy. I'm pretty sure they got me the win there. And
They had like 30 points alone in fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
They-
Oh,
I
it was
was playing
insane.
against them, so
I mean,
not a great week.
considering I had Jamar Chase, who didn't do anything, and then Minnesota defense.
Yeah.
It evened itself out.
It'll
So-
make up for that. Yeah, it'll make up for
Exactly.
Jamar's absence there.
And then I'm very hesitant to say, are the Colts not a contender? But
These are our Colts.
Are they
See-
almost legitimate? Like,
They're legitimate.
Well, here there are 2 3-0 teams in
legit.
the AFC that I think we should both be worried about: Colts and the Chargers.
Absolutely.
The Chargers have been no slouches. They found ways to get it done in division games. Are you worried about the Chargers at all, or is it still Chiefs and Ravens as like your main radar?
So I definitely there's no way you could discount the Chiefs or Ravens. I think it's just we already saw what the Ravens are. They are a legitimate offense on offense, defense, and special teams. I mean, they're one of the best teams out there, along with the Bills. And the Chiefs, you can't count them out. Unfortunately, we've had our struggles against them, and until proven differently, I'm not counting them out.
Okay, so this is a great question for us all then. What is your worry pie percentage right now? If the Bills are the favorite in the AFC, you have 100% of a pie. I'm at like 46 Ravens, 32 Chiefs, 20 Chargers, 8% or 2% Colts. Like right around there. Where are you at?
So I'm at probably 45 Chiefs, 40 Ravens. The field is the rest.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna go 50 Ravens, 20 Colts,
Okay.
and then 15 each for Chiefs and Chargers.
Oh my God, you're already counting the Chiefs out. You're done on the Chiefs.
I was not impressed last night in the slightest
Even in a
bit.
W. Even in a road primetime W.
There were plays that looked like Mahomes should, but the whole game he didn't look at all like himself, especially the first half. The first half actually was frankly pathetic out of him. They were lucky to come out of there with a W, and I
Absolutely,
think
man.
that is in part a lot due to the Giants coaching and the quarterback at their helm.
Hold on.
So
Are you
that's
saying-
a whole different
Are you saying
topic.
that Brian Dable isn't a great head coach?
I didn't say that.
It's what it sounded like.
I
I mean,
didn't
correct me
say
if
it.
I'm wrong.
I didn't say it.
Comment stream, the chat,
Yeah.
please feel free.
Yeah, they can say it. I didn't say it. I
Listen,
certainly
whether
didn't.
you're in your cubicle, if you're in your car, or you're watching at home, make sure you are chiming in the chat. Love to see it. We got Allison Hardick chiming in as well here at the Sports City Classic first annual. Any final words before we send you on your way back to manage? This thing could get out of control if you don't have your eye on it.
That's why I'm out there in the field, just doing everything we can.
Leading
and
by example.
it really just comes down to, hit the ball straight, drive straighter, and we'll see what we can do.
Let's go.
We'll see you guys after the turn, and let's enjoy steak dinner tonight. And, never hesitate to get down to Sports City Pizza Pub, where every day's game day.
By the way,
1407 Niagara Street.
will you tell the team that we're good for lunches? They were worried that we weren't allowed to have a lunch.
I mean, if we're not taking care of Trainwreck Sports, who's
Yes.
going to take
There
care?
we
God,
go.
Let's go.
That's
That's
huge news.
massive.
If
There
anyone
we
has
go.
an issue,
They
they're
say
allowed
there's-
to eat. they're gonna have to deal with the
This is everybody
wrath of Mike
eats.
Rizzo.
This is
And
everybody-
I don't recommend that for
Yeah,
anyone.
no, I don't recommend it either.
This is everybody eats mentality. Thank you very much, Mike
Absolutely,
Rizzo,
guys.
owner Sports City
Pleasure.
Pizza Pub here at
Good
the
seeing you,
Sports City
boys.
Classic.
I got to get back out on the field.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
let's
hit it.
go Bills.
Let's go, Bills.
Hit them
Uh,
straight.
that puts-
Let's hope for the
Keep
best.
that- you can keep that over.
Okay,
there
okay.
for next
Any
week.
final thoughts on the NFL side of things, boys? I think that just puts a wrap in the NFL talk.
Yeah, the Colts standing dimes. I feel like we're talking about this every week, but it's just insane right now. Would it surprise you that the highest QB rating currently in the league, pretty comfortably,
Danny
is
Dimes.
Danny Dimes,
Yep.
85.7.
No, I
and it's
saw
not
that.
because he's passing the ball. He's passing the ball 30 times a game.
He's doing it all.
He's like, it's actually kind of crazy. We deal a lot with the DVOA and the adjusted stat nerds.
EPA.
And Danny Dimes is killing it in all those categories. Actually, it's kind of crazy. He's got 816 yards through 3 games. I mean, that's pretty great.
He's up on
passing.
all the stats over Josh Allen.
Yeah, no, he does.
Crazy.
So let's real quick. Who do we think the top 5 QB passer ratings leading is? So I gave you number 1's Daniel Jones. So what's 2 through 5? Do we think?
Lamar and Josh.
Lamar is 2. Josh is 4.
Okay, so they're in the 5. That was
Yes.
my thoughts. Okay,
Justin Herbert.
Not in the top 5.
Oh wow.
He's in
trying
the
to think of who's
top
been,
10.
I'm trying to think of who's been like mistake free, because that's really a big thing with QBR too.
It is, yeah.
Like, you don't have to necessarily dominate. It's more like if you don't turn the ball over, you don't fumble, etc. Like you can generate like an easily a high rating. I'm trying to think who's beneficial.
Almost want to say Aaron Rodgers is in there. No.
Nope. He's outside of the top 10. So one of them is
Jesus.
very obvious. You guys should get. And I'll give you the other hint. The other hint is a guy who's a fantastic system QB, but he needs a system.
Ooh.
Mac Jones.
No.
Okay,
No.
Sam
well, he was
Darnold?
3-0.
No.
Damn it.
Sam Darnold
Our
was
friends,
a good one.
our Great Lake friends.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is
Oh,
number
wow,
3
okay.
in QB rating. People forget it. The great system he had with McVay in LA thrived. Now that he's under another great system in Detroit, also thriving.
Well, that's surprising too, because Ben Johnson is now in Chicago, so that was his OC.
Yep.
That was interesting.
so we just need number 5, and you guys. It's really obvious one.
Oh, this is the obvious one.
Yeah,
it's not Mahomes.
it is Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
Number
Okay.
5.
All right.
Mahomes has just been so stinky doo doo. I mean, it's hard to.
That's
it's
why
hard
I wouldn't
to-
have guessed that at
yeah.
all. Yeah. I mean,
Very odd. Very odd.
Rating yeah.
But listen, I'm not questioning anything. Bills are 3-0. Ravens are playing tonight in Monday Night Football against the Lions. I think Ravens are 3-point favorites at the Lions. Am I saying?
it might be 4.5 at this point. I think last time I checked. Slick is
Oh,
anti-Brandon.
jeez.
Oh my god.
A lot of people are saying.
Come
A
on,
lot of
man.
people are saying.
No, we're
here
not,
on the
we're
Herd
not
of-
doing this Monday.
That's what they're hearing here on the Herd of Buffalo Network and Trainwreck Sports. Trainwreck today, 008 rolling along at the Sports City Classic. Getting into week 4. So first off, do we get Victory Monday still? We got Victory Friday. Do we still get Victory Monday, or is it on to next week?
No, on to the Saints.
Okay, it's on to the
That's how we
Saints.
do.
By the way, speaking of we didn't even mention them. They got shellacked. They allowed
Yep.
38 points in the first half yesterday. I mean, you can't do that at the NFL level. I'm sorry.
No, it's absolutely pathetic. A lot of people rolling into the clubhouse here, getting their lunch. Chestnut Hill Country Club, Sports City
go.
Pizza Pub Annual
Welcome,
Classic.
welcome,
Let's go.
welcome.
Yeah. Oh wow, the energy is
That
unbelievable.
man was excited for his lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame him. It's a tough one here.
Seriously, speaking of being excited, Bills are double-digit favorites against the Saints. Looks like it's about 15 and a half now with the Saints' performance yesterday. How do you stay focused? Like, how do you kind of bear down in these games? These are also the games that have given the Bills trouble a little bit in past.
They are, but this one doesn't seem to fool me. I don't know. The Saints team just looks bad, maybe.
15 seems low. I don't want to be condescending.
It started at 14.5, and it now seems to be creeping up. I think justifiably so, though. I don't know. I saw a tweet from somebody yesterday. I can't exactly credit them. I don't know who it was, but the last time the Bills were double-digit favorites or double-score favorites in the same sense was either against I think one of them was the Texans, where they won 40-0.
Yeah. It was Texans and Washington football team that year.
Yes.
It was Davis Mills and Washington.
They
I
were
remember that.
17-point
They were,
favorites.
like,
for
basically both
Washington.
weeks. I also
so the past 2 times they've been this big of favorites, they've covered easily. Is what I was getting.
And then I also, not to sound crazy, I expect them to be double-digit favorites against the Patriots.
Ooh.
I know the Patriots are decent, and they played the Steelers close yesterday, but the
lot of turnovers.
But the
though.
Patriots are 1-2, a lot of turnovers. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's right around 10, though. I
Yeah.
don't think it's well over, and I don't think it's under.
So for that reason, we were, obviously without Matt Milano and Ed Oliver, are we kind of throwing them we only take them back when they're 100%? Double-digit favorites, it just doesn't seem like any reason to rush them back, especially with other teams struggling.
With the double-digit favorites, absolutely not. And the way that people were reacting to Deion Walker's play last week, I mean, how could you even put them in if they're not close to 100%? So, yeah, just get them back. I mean, this is 2 more guys now that are going to be joining us late in the later half of the season. It seems just like we were expecting out of a few guys already. So just get this defense healthy. This 7-game stretch, Maniac, I don't want to say it's coast, but like
It should be coast.
it should be, and
should
it's a
be
hell of a
coast.
lot more coasting than the end of the season.
It's not left
after-
coast. It's not right coast. It's just
No,
coast.
just coast
Or,
right
not west
down
coast,
and
not
then,
east
and
coast.
then
just
worry
coast.
about closing out the season with all your guys healthy and keeping them healthy for playoffs.
Yeah, getting them in that prime spot when they hit the playoffs, just like the Eagles last year, for sure. But speaking of which, a lot of people are scrutinizing me and you because we aren't giving Don a rest for these Trainwreck Today episodes with the bruised finger, broken finger.
Yeah, the finger is still very rough, as we can see. I've now bandaged it up. Busy weekend, 4 gigs, 3 days, blood all over my keyboards. I got to clean them when I get home. I was telling Slick, he's like, it's kind of badass. I'm like, but it wasn't gushing blood. It was kind of just like oozing. Keys get sticky. Got it checked out. We have a kind of hairline fracture on the tip of the finger, but we're still out here. No worries, and just got to stay healthy. I got to do what the Bills got to do, just make sure I'm taking care of myself while still, operating at the best capacity I can. But if I'm worried about one thing for the Bills, it's really just like the schedule being too easy in like the front load middle section. Like, and I know that in your words and Taylor Swift's, these might be champagne problems.
Yes.
But I'm just worried when it comes to post-bye, when we have the Bucks, the Steelers, Eagles. That's we're gonna have some trouble. Looking at the rest of the schedule, it's kind of wild. Like the
I think it actually sets up perfect. Not to like it's a half disagree. It's not a full disagree. I like that you have the hard games going into the playoffs. I think that's going to get them temperamented to that playoff, that gritty football that they're going to need once it comes to January.
All right, I like it. Hopefully that's the case, and
all the more important that they take care of business in the front side of the schedule. My biggest worry for the Bills, I'd say right now, is just the lack of that. Now this is like when you're 3-0, you do have champagne problems. That's all you have. You won all 3 games, especially when you scored 30 points every game, and that's surprising that it's going to be on the offensive side of the ball for me. I feel like guys aren't getting like crazy open. Is that like the biggest thing? Like Josh isn't throwing to like wide open receivers downfield or whatever. It's quick hitters to guys who are making plays, but we really have to earn a lot of it. I would like to see maybe just some easier production. Like when I think about the easiest play of the year, it was like the Josh Palmer corner route to set up the game-winning field goal. Like that was one of the easiest, best. Like that. Now again, they got it when they needed it most. You want it? You want a big play to Palmer? You got him. With that said, I just want I like it's a champagne problem. I wish the receivers were getting a little bit more open.
I tend to agree. I mean, a lot of receivers, we're having a lot of plays where there's a lot of yards after the catch.
Yeah.
And not just Khalil, which he's known for, even though last Thursday, shout out to our boy Khalil, perfect 10 from about 20 yards out. That's a fast guy. But, yeah, not just him, where we're counting on these quick and out routes to the receivers, and they're relying on what they can pick up after the catch. Got to get more open downfield. I think that's one thing the guys have been bragging about, Keon being more able to this year, which I feel like we have seen a bit out of him. Definitely the progress, but the space needs to be there a little more. I don't know how you
Yeah, it may. Sorry, go ahead, Don. With Keon, the space may never be there, right? Because he's a physical. He's a bruiser.
Yeah. He's meant to jump up over people. He's not. I don't think he's a separation guy. He's not a speed guy. But I will say, last night after my last gig, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go on the way home, get a nice Guinness, watch the first half of this boring Giants-Kansas City game. There was a lot of people at the bar talking Bills, and what the streets are saying, a lot of people, what they're concerned about is no deep balls. They want to see gunslinger Josh come back.
We have
which,
seen
like,
a lack.
That's,
you know what though? That's why he hasn't turned it over. They're definitely playing. They're definitely playing the responsible game. We're not going to beat ourselves. Like that's what they're all about.
Especially against these teams we're about to be playing. There's no need to go for the
big
big play when you don't need it.
They're not going to. They're not going to take out the Ferrari when the Honda Accord is going to do the job.
It has a full tank. Why would you take out the Ferrari with the quarter on it?
Yeah, so I feel the same way, but I mean that's the life of being a fan. You know, some people they're so used to the excitement of Josh, you know, putting the team on its back, running the ball, you know, chucking it 60 yards. That I think we've gotten a little spoiled where we're
100%.
sitting here at 3-0, and people are like, you know, I wish he would throw a Hail Mary or a deep ball. You know, like you know, I people want to jump out of their seats. They're not. It's not as sexy as it once was, but hey, that's you know, that's what being 3-0 is sometimes.
He's hitting his receivers in the hands is all I care about, and we're finding the end zone somehow. So we've been able to do that so far, 30-plus points each game. Not a whole lot to be concerned about just yet, other than the health of some of our defensive players.
I think the whole season is a champagne round. The only thing you want to see is them have a strong win versus a good team. Baltimore was obviously a nice comeback, but that's not the kind of game you want to have. You don't want to be getting dominated, allowing 40 points in the first 45 minutes.
Certainly the type of game that the NFL wants to have opening
100%.
their season. But yeah, for us, no, stressful experience, and don't want to be playing many of those going down the line, especially in the latter half of the season where the tough opponents are, like you said. So.
Seriously. So this will be the Bills season is definitely going to work out for them here. This is definitely a shape-up time of the season as we roll on here. Trainwreck today. 0-0-8 in the books.
Don just making he's getting this golf cart out of here.
It.
He wants to get this green cam going, I believe. So we're going to get that to you folks in just momentarily.
Yes, thank you very much. Speaking of which, Don, I know, was excited to get into and recap our punishments from college football Saturday. We both had a hell of a day. I don't want to brag too much, but Mike Hughes gets it done.
Should we go to the green cam? We do have putts being made.
And I need to call myself out real quick. That was bad camera respect. I normally nail it. And we're dealing with one camera. We got 3. I walked in front of one. And so I want to apologize formally to Brett, our production guy back there, and engineer. I want to apologize to all the viewers. You know what? I want to apologize to number one guy who really harps on people for camera respect.
No, first off, because I know, and this is the thing, I'm not even disappointed in you because I know you know better. Like, so it's not like my heart empathizes with your situation. And honestly, I just love the fact that we saw history for the first time here on Trainwreck Day. We saw an on-air production apology. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was well executed.
It was sincere. I thought
it was sincere.
And this is why we did it, so we can get the putting cam. We can get the putting cam.
There
the update real quick though.
Forward.
And this is very important. Does producer Brett accept the apology for the cameras? Like, yes, he does.
We got a thumbs up. We got a thumbs up. Yep.
And that's the whole goal. Is can we keep the relationship moving forward? It seems they're going.
It's going to keep me up tonight, though. It's going to keep me up late. I'm in my bed just staring at the ceiling.
Oh man.
Should pulling an all-nighter?
Good angle on that now.
Should pulling an all-nighter be a punishment for the upcoming college football weekend?
Look at the green.
Well, let's check in with our fans. Get them in the chat, guys. Let us know as we get into recapping our punishments this week, and what they are going to be.
Yeah. So are we going to address that now? The punishment.
Yeah. Well,
this week?
first I was half bragging about my Q's.
Oh yeah,
go 16
ahead.
and a half.
That was a great
win. And like I said on this show,
win.
if Clemson was as fraudulent as they seemed, an outright win would not surprise me. We lost the number 1 QB and Jelly Achilles for the year. That's a very sad, unfortunate state of affairs, but. Quite the win for Cuse on the road at Clemson. Clemson's at 1-3, so whatever you think of them, who cares? But what do you want to get to specifically, Slick?
Well, if you want to go first, because I'm the only loser this week, so.
Okay. So I'll recap mine. It was sweaty. But Arizona, not the biggest dog, 2 points, 2.5 points, gets it done. But I do want to address, we're going to get our records on screen when we're back in studio, and we have our whole overlays and everything. So we got 2-1, 2-1 for Maniac, 1-2 for Slick. But no, this is a good thing. So so overall we're 5-4. But like Maniac said, among those, we picked a 16.5 point dog at plus 560, and we picked an 18.5 point dog at plus 680. If you're betting a unit a game, you're looking at being up like 13 units.
Yeah, big time.
Minimum, even though
That's
it's 5
games in.
I mean, that's why we do it. That's why we're picking dogs. This is huge stuff. And
Also,
Slick, do you want to?
Q's was up like double digits.
It was
the whole
never
second half.
close. It was never
awesome.
No,
close.
it's never close. I really wish that I was able to hit up one of our out-of-towner friends to put in the money line bet before that, because that was just a walk in the park. But yeah, I'll go ahead and address mine lastly here. The Army services, salute you guys to what you do for our country. They battled. They were down to the mean green at least 2 scores at a point. The undefeated North Texas Mean Green, 3-0. Army hosting them, 1-2 Army. And they were able to battle back. They brought it to overtime. I remember Donnie was telling me to pick out my crop top that I got a spoiler alert. The punishment this week is that I have to wear a crop top on set of the show. Obviously not doing it here to respect the good people of Chestnut Hill Country Club. That's just not in the dress code.
He brought one. We made him take it off,
Yeah,
Didn't want to disrespect this place.
I was ready, but on Wednesday you will see my beer gut in studio in its glory. They brought it back to overtime. North Texas scored a touchdown on their first go ahead in overtime, and then Army, I believe, a 4-and-out in overtime, not getting into field goal range ever. So
We got Trey Kleshes on Instagram. Don't take the Ferrari out of the garage when the Honda will do the job is a line I will repeat until February. That's what we're doing. We're bringing gospel here at Trainwreck.
Yeah, don't
today.
repeat that line, or repeat that line until we're hoisting the Lombardi.
Well,
trophy.
the other thing is we're going to need the Ferrari in January, so we'll see.
100%.
But getting into it, we had a crazy weekend. It's like a football, but it was an equally crazy weekend on the wrestling side of things. All Out. We had Edge and Christian reuniting. We had WrestlePalooza. We had All Out going head-to-head with WrestlePalooza for a little window there. What were your biggest takeaways from the weekend, specifically Saturday?
Biggest takeaway from the weekend in terms of wrestling is WWE did too much, and it came back It came back to bite them in the ass. This ESPN deal, where even it was you, I think, that was in our group chat saying, you got Hulu, you got Disney Plus, you got ESPN.
I had them
Plus,
all, and I couldn't get it.
And you still couldn't watch for the free skis unless you had the ESPN Unlimited bundle. You're doing all that, $30 a month. That's a pay-per-view price in terms of AEW, let alone a good ticket price, which you're already charging thousands to even get into the stadium or arena in this case. And then WrestlePalooza goes out and it turns into a dud. So the immediate takeaway, All Out, great show. Couple surprises that were really nice as we start to feel
We got a couple drops. We got a couple drops
here.
coming down here.
So we're going to need to monitor this very carefully. But as of right now, I think we're safe. Let's just play it by ear, though.
We're going to see.
What did you think? I know you were maybe not watching live the entire time, but All Out, you had some surprises. Beth Copeland coming into AEW for the first time ever. You had Pac coming back. It's getting sketchy out here as the drops start to come down. I do see very gray clouds over there, I will say. Oh, yeah.
We might
abort. We got to abort, folks.
All right, folks. It is starting to come down.
Good day now.
Have a good rest.